I'd like to begin by thanking AWC for the opportunity of helping small communities go forward in all of these hard times of what I would call economic disasters. I have a special one today, and that is Senate Bill 5430. It deals with replacement monies for Washington aviation. We have small airports in eastern Washington. The aviation growth is necessary for our communities so that we can continue to sustain agriculture such as aerial application and movement with some of the new opportunity that's going to happen as people begin to look for places to live along the river and the economy is restored.
So one of our major issues has been is the policing issue that surrounds a lot of drinking that goes on and trying to keep that under control. With the loss of the sweep of our liquor profits and taxes this year, it really devastated our budget. We spend that money on police. Because of that devastation, we had to lay some people off. It looks like into the future, if those profits aren't restored, the growth isn't restored in terms of the taxes, that we stand to lose another $100,000. What do we do as small cities? We have AWC. They've got the most respected lobbying group here in Olympia. The AWC lobbyists are representing almost 300 of us. People listen when they speak. They have the ability to produce the effects that we want.
Economic development is key to our future success in retaining and growing businesses and creating jobs. AWC listens to our concerns, understands our needs, and unifies our voices. They serve us all by advocating through legislation, and they serve us all through education and services. AWC is a good partner for economic development.
All of us face challenges in these declining economic times. One of the ones that we have felt at our community, probably as much as the liquor tax problem, is the whole idea of public records requests. And I know that some cities will have more than others and put pressure on our budgets, as we found in Edmonds. I have a city clerk and assistant city clerk, both of whom were responsible for coming up with public records. And we want to be able to give the public that access, there's no question. But we reached the point in our city where we had to hire another half-time position simply to take care of some of the public records requests. And AWC has taken up the charge of trying to help change that legislation.
On June 30th, we will no longer be able to fund our festivals and our events. We'll have to fund marketing, promoting, and advertising. And you know, that might be a good thing to do that, but it's about a freedom of choice. I want to market, in times it's appropriate. When we started our Deutsches Fest 43 years ago, we started off with sausage and renting a tent and get the oompahs and mahs going. Well, we didn't start out with a brochure, but it's appropriate after a few years to promote that and build it to the biggest thing it can. So I think it's about flexibility, freedom of choice, and I am very proud to be part of AWC.
I have been up working with the AWC legislators, lobbyists, working with our legislature regarding the fleet conversion. And as many of you are aware, we have a couple of bills before both the House and Senate that would modify the rules that would require us all to convert our fleets over to alternative fuels by 2018. As our city, as many of yours, city of 18,000, we do not have the funding to make a complete change out of our fleet. We have to run them through their appropriate life cycle, and there are some vehicles that are just not available. The technology does not exist for conversion of those vehicles. So I've been working with the lobbyists from AWC. We have been before the House and the Senate, and we're working for all the cities, and so with that, we are a part of AWC as well.
As a small town, we really rely on AWC for our networking, as in being able to go to the conferences, which we have consistently attended this one for the last 15 years. We also only have 5 employees, which does not allow us to have our own lobbyists of any kind, and so AWC is our spokesman for that. We really appreciate it when a couple years ago they helped us with a bill that our senator put through for us, and I, in fact, got text messages for all through one weekend throughout the day, keeping me posted on a bill that we were grateful to receive that passed.
I don't have to tell any of you about transportation issues. In the last so many years, we've lost funding due to I-695 and gas tax revenue losses. In Shoreline, what that means for us is what we are doing now is only, even with a TBD and general funds, we are funding maybe 30% of our road maintenance needs. So we want to say all of the cities have to be talking transportation funding options, hopefully local options with your representatives, and hopefully AWC is behind us on that, and with their voice and our voice together, we'll get a transportation funding package through very soon, and I am proud to be a part of AWC.
The value of AWC to our community, I think, is almost immeasurable. They have been a tremendous help. We use not only them for education and training, but we also have used the insurance things that have been available to us, the different programs they make available to us at a very, very favorable rate, a rate that we can afford. They are always on the phone. Anytime we have a question or anything we need to know about the cities or what's going on, we always get a very fast and very quick response, a very pleasant response. I became active on a board about 4 years ago because I wanted to give something back, and I have learned a lot. That one thing that I really appreciate about the AWC and the AWC board that the small city has just as much a voice in the vote on what goes on in our organization as the large city.